Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube. I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching,
episode 43.
Is it really 43? I think
yes.
Yeah, I think so. So 20 plus 20 plus 1.5 plus 1.5.
There you go.
Is 43.
Decimal points. Points for you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to our channel. Welcome back if you've been a regular viewer, and a special welcome to anybody that for some strange reason have just discovered us.
That's fine though.
But
making sure the phone is off. Hold on. Not the phone, but you know, the ringer.
Just disregard all that finger movement there.
Finger movement. Ooh, tell me.
All right.
How are you? We're well. Thanks for asking.
It has been raining off and on since last evening, really.
It has.
Off and on yesterday. We have a small little creek runs along the side of our property.
Our subdivision is absolutely entitled Taylor Creek, right?
Taylor Creek.
And the creek runs behind our house.
And Taylor Creek is not too far from my front door.
Right.
So, anyway, we've been listening to the rain on the roof.
We have. Yep.
And,
well, we had a pretty good week because it was beautiful weather before it turned to crap.
Yeah, like everywhere in the country, weather's been crazy.
Right. So, my week started our week starts at the same time because we're alive at the same time. But my stitchy adventure started before Pam's this week.
It did?
On Wednesday. You didn't go with me on Wednesday, Pam.
Oh, yeah, Wednesday.
So, some of you may or may not know, but, so I do like a little bit of work for Keepsakes in regards to like their online presence. So I run their Facebook page and all that. But Barbara knows that I am quite organized. And if you are not new to our channel, you know that I really like Excel and I really like organizing things and all that. So when Lizzie Kate announced their retirement, Barbara, along with every other LNS and distributor in the country, knew that their customers were going to go crazy and be like, I want every Lizzie Kate ever. So Barbara was getting lightweight bombarded with lots and lots of special orders, which is to be expected, right? But so typically Lynn, the other employee there, would put together all the special orders, and she does so on a day-to-day basis. But this was kind of a lot. And so given the fact that I, A, love Lizzie Kate and am very familiar with her designs, and B, love Excel and am very familiar with Excel, I was talking to Lynn, and she was like, I have to go home and put all these Lizzie Kate orders together. And I'm like, I'll do it. And she's like, really? Really, will you? Really? I'm like, yeah, obviously. So I compiled the big Lizzie Kate order. Alan at Lizzie Kate actually got the Excel document that I created, and then we sat back and waited for the order. So I got a text from Barbara on Tuesday that said that the Lizzie Kate order had arrived and that I'm welcome to come in and help sort it out. So she had asked me if I would, after I'd made the order, if I would come in and help Lynn kind of organize it all kind of thing. And I'm like, obviously, duh. Hashtag obviously, duh. So on Tuesday, before Lynn left the shop, she had priced everything out, and then I went in at 10:30, 11 on Wednesday and put everyone's special orders together and just made sure that we got everything we ordered, which we did. So that's lovely, and that took me, I left the shop at 5 p.m. So it took me all day. So I posted some pictures on the Keepsakes Facebook page. So if you want to go check those out, you're more than welcome. But it was pretty fun. And yeah, so it was cool to see what everybody else had ordered. So it was nice to know that I wasn't the only one that went crazy.
Yeah, she wasn't the only one, right?
Right.
Also earlier in this week, we got our She Carousel package.
Yes, we did.
And we were very excited, and we were able to tack on Tuesday, I think it was.
It was Monday.
It was Monday?
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
The package came Monday in the video.
Yeah.
Our last week's video.
That's right.
Monday.
So we just set up real quick in the kitchen and opened our package and pulled out what we wanted and knew who was going to get it next.
Yes.
And so we kind of customized what we put in for the next receptionist.
Recipient. Receptionist. She's not a receptionist.
Oh, and we were so excited. It was going to go to Carolina down in Florida. And
it was so cool because
we watched her video and everything Carolina was excited to take out of the package. What? Hello, Carolina. Came from us.
And
so that was so fun.
Searched and I knew that in all of those 8 boxes that we had gotten last week, right? That was when we showed that stuff. Yeah. Well, in one, there was that pattern for Mermaid of the Pearls from Mirabilia. And we had set that aside in the giveaway box to potentially give away to our viewers. And then when we made a point to watch Carolina's latest video, which was her Year of Whips video, to kind of get just a taste of what she liked.
She's been kind of busy and hasn't made, except for her carousel video, hasn't made videos in a couple months because she had a baby. Beautiful Isabella.
So cute.
Yep.
She looks like a doll. Like, that's so cute she is.
Yep.
And so I was like, I gotta find Mermaid of the Pearls. Where's Mermaid of the Pearls?
Yeah.
So I was digging through boxes trying to find it, and then I found it, and I was like, I really hope she doesn't have this one. Because I know that she's a mermaid fanatic, and luckily she did not.
Right.
So
she was happy with everything she pulled out, and it heads back to Sonia at Cat Crazy Creations. Probably it's on its way there now.
So we realized looking back after we made the video that we didn't really explain what She Carousel was. And so long story short is that it's a box that's filled with items. I think it was 8 items. And then it started at Sonia and it traveled its way back and forth across the country to different FlossTubers. Ourselves, Carolina, Michelle Bendy, McKenna, and Teresa Kitten Stitcher.
Danielle.
Yep. So it went all over the country.
Back and forth.
And then so what happens is when it arrives at your doorstep, and it's for FlossTubers only because Sonia asked that you make a video, like a really short one like we did, about what you took. So then you open the package, you take out what you want, and then you replace the items for equal value.
Super cute idea. Super.
Really, really fun.
Super.
So I realized we didn't explain that, and we probably should have. So.
Right. I know Carolina explained it, and ours came from Teresa at Kitten Stitches, Shakespeare's Peddler, and she did she folded it into her regular video and explained it as well. But we just kind of blew it off, which we're sorry about. But hopefully that just made up for it.
Hopefully.
So so that was the early part of the week.
And then Friday we went over to Keepsakes per usual.
Friday, we put a supper in the crock pot and headed off to our L&S Keepsakes in Sharonville. And we had a great afternoon. We saw a lot of the regulars, and we saw some people we hadn't seen in a while, including Claire, who I had promised the sampler game board pattern to after I'd finished it.
You did get that squared away?
Yeah. I mean, she just, we sat next to each other and handed that off, and she was thrilled to get that. Hadn't seen her in a while. Our daughters are about the same age, so that's kind of cool. And then towards the end of the afternoon, a delightful gal named Lindsay came in, and she's a Cincinnati local stitcher. I had not met her, and had a nice chat with her. We talked about stitching and different places that we have gone to shop, and that was super fun.
She's super sweet. She's like younger than me.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. And maybe she's not, but she looks like it.
Yeah, she looked a little bit younger, maybe. Not sure.
I think she's like a CPA or something. I'm not sure. But she talked about becoming us one, so maybe that's what she is. I don't know.
Right.
But she works all day, and then so she usually flies into Keepsakes at like 4:45 before they close. And I had met her one time real quick, and she came in and went right upstairs to the classroom and then left.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd ever met her. So it was nice to meet you, Lindsay. Hope to see you again soon.
Yep.
And then as we're all packing up, our friend Crystal came in.
You guys watch Kitchen Stitchers?
Kitchen Stitcher. She's Crystal. And she sat down and we were chatting and laughing and doing our usual stuff.
It's like 4:45.
Then all of a sudden, she pulls out a plastic bag containing a salad.
And we start packing our stuff out.
And it didn't really dawn on me, but Stephanie, per usual, says, Crystal,
what are you doing?
You know this is not stitching night, right?
And she went,
oh, really?
She goes, stop it. You guys just said that. And we were like, no, really. So, it's only the first Friday of the month that we stitch late. And
apparently, not only did Crystal not have it right, but she told Lisa, another one of the kitchen stitchers, that it was stitching night, which is always the first Friday of the month, for the record. Local stitchers, mark your calendars. First Friday of the month. Okay?
We stitch during the day, but it's only their open hours from 11 to 5.
So she had to get on the horn and call Lisa, head her off at the pass, at which point I said, look, I have a crock pot full of food. Come on over.
Right.
And she goes, are you serious, or are you just saying that? And I went, I am dead serious. But I said, you cannot judge my housekeeping. And
it's like
I had to give her more specific directions than GPS to find our house, because we're a little bit in the woods. And
lightweight. There's a tree in our yard.
So we had an extended time with Crystal and Lisa at our house, and opened a bottle of wine, and we had a great time talking. Just a great time talking. A lot of it had to do with just FlossTube in general.
Because they're newer to it, and we're a little bit veteranized.
Right. We talked to them about some of our silly
do's and don'ts.
Yeah, do's and don'ts and tech issues that we've had in, it's almost a year, folks, believe it or not.
I know.
So we had a super time. We had
a super time at supper.
Yep. It was great.
Time. Yeah, it's a good time. So I think they stayed till like 11, and we were like, oh my God, it's almost 11.
Yeah.
And so, we had a great time.
Yeah, they're great fun, and we enjoyed spending time with them.
Yes, we did. So other than that was pretty much our week. And then I wanted to touch base on StitchCon really quickly. I think last week we had 2 unpaid invoices. We now have 1. So just like I just want to reiterate what I said last week about the fact that if you put your name on the wait list now, chances are you probably aren't going to make it in this year. Just saying.
Sorry.
But if you are continue to put your names on the wait list, because those people that are on the wait list will get preferential treatment for next year. And like we said last week, don't freak out. If you're coming this year, we have a plan. So don't think that, I'm coming this year, so obviously my name's not on the wait list. What about next year? Don't worry. It'll be fine.
Right.
And then also we watched Nicole's newest video, Buckeye Stitcher, this weekend, and she did mention something that I wanted to reiterate, which was that May 1st is the deadline for refunds. So if you decide that you, for whatever reason, cannot come to StitchCon and you've already paid, you will get refunds up until May 1st. It's just not enough time to allow for travel arrangements, because people on their wait list are from all over the country. So it would just be unrealistic to ask somebody to, be pulled off the wait list, whatever. So
make their plans.
Right, exactly. Right. So if you have to cancel, you have to cancel.
Yeah.
We get it, but that's just our deadline. We've said that from the beginning. So May 1st is the deadline for refunds. So if you're thinking that you need to look forward and be concrete that you can come, just do that and be on top of your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's good.
Other than that,
and go watch Nicole's latest video. She elaborates a little bit more on transportation issues and some activities that we have planned. So
that's true.
Or that we're thinking about.
Right.
So in terms of stitching, we have been pretty much monogamous this week as well.
This is what you just did.
Yeah, I don't. She does it a lot better than I do.
Monogamous.
I don't do that.
This does not mean monogamous.
So anyway, if you follow me on,
you gonna
live?
Hopefully not die on FlossTube.
Yeah, no.
If I died, would you post it?
Not for a while.
Not for a while. Okay, that's good to know.
So anyway, moving on to
whips.
More positive thoughts. I've been working on Halloween Parcheesi by the Primitive Needle.
Well, have you ever showed this before?
I don't know. You expect me to remember?
I don't know. You're old. But I don't think that you have. When you pulled this out, I was like, I don't think. Because you pulled it out for Dark 13, didn't you?
Yes.
Which
yes.
was the 13th, which was Friday.
Yes. Anyway, this is a really crappy picture.
Yeah. Terrible.
And it's by the Primitive Needle. So you can see that it is more or less on the primitive style.
Look at that cat.
Now, there are some primitives I do gravitate to. My tastes are all over the place, as I hope you know by now. And primitive is not one that I necessarily lean toward. But I believe I'm using the two colors that are called for, which are carrot and charcoal.
Mm-hmm. Carrot,
Weeks.
Carrot by Weeks, because the carrot in Weeks and the carrot by Gentle Arts look totally different.
Right. So it's both weeks, both are weeks. Mm-hmm. And I did not start off coverage-wise as I would prefer coverage to be. But I'm continuing because I'm going to justify it by saying this will just be on the primitive style. In other words, I'm not thrilled with the coverage, but that's how I'm
justifying.
That's how I'm plowing through.
Right.
So,
Rational.
I've stopped on this for a while, and this is where am I holding it up right? Yep. This is where I've stopped.
So yeah, this block left.
Right. But don't tell them what goes in that block.
Obviously, Pam, I don't even know what goes in the block. Is this what you did this week?
Yes. I did the bat and the path above the bat.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you know the game, everybody knows the game. And I'm just tired of orange and black. I don't know. You Halloween people, I don't know, maybe because this is just orange and black. But anyway, this is where I am on it. And after I do the last character in that corner, I have a whole big border to put in that is all charcoal. Not very exciting.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. So I put this away for now.
Can I see it?
Sure.
It's stitched
she
on...
She lives here. I don't know what,
It's stitched on, what, 28 count?
Yeah, it's just a 28 count linen that I happen to have on hand. I started that a long time ago. Because basically I've been trying to...
If you saw her stitches, you'd want to punch her in her face. I'm just saying.
Dig real deep in my stash and finish off some of these projects that have been hanging fire for a while. And that's one of them. So anyway, I've been just plowing away at that all week long. Well, not all week long.
Right.
But anyway.
Did you start working on that on Friday?
I don't remember. Why do you keep asking me these questions about things that I couldn't possibly pin
It was
down?
literally 2 days ago, Pam.
Did I start that 2 days ago?
Not start it 2 days ago, but this week when you started working on it. Because that's a lot to get done in just 2 days. I'm just trying to give you a compliment, Pam.
We've established that I'm an amazing stitcher.
I know, Pam. Okay, fine. Move on to your next whip, would you? I'm over you.
Anyway, just real quick, I took 2 or 3 things over to the shop on Friday. And I wasn't really sure how the spirit was going to move, right? So,
the cross-stitch gods.
Yeah. If you remember post office?
Mm-hmm.
Remember post office. Okay. If you don't, go back.
Wait, let me see it. This is the post office. It's a Busilla kit. It's really cute. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So that's I have, I showed you last week, I separated the threads in the little sorter thing that comes in the kit. And Friday, I took over, after I found out where my center was, because I'm pretty much a center stitcher, a center starter. And I realized the 2 colors that I needed to start. And decided I would take those 2 colors, 2 shades of red, with me to the shop on Friday. The other thing that I did, and I know you can't see the difference because I don't have the original chart with me, but I had to blow that sucker up. Are you kidding me? So...
Did you do that at the shop or did you do it here?
Here.
Cool.
And it took me several attempts but this illustrates 2 points. So this is blown up to the middle with the guy going into the post office with his packages, right? Okay. So this is good. The magnification is fine, and I had to start somewhere up in here. Okay, I don't know whether this is going to focus or not.
I can get the focus.
But down in this corner, where I usually, on a working copy, square off my center square, you'll see these green and blue lines. Now, those are going to be straight stitches or top stitches, if you will, on top of the regular
God damn.
symbols for the cross stitches. No kidding, gosh darn it, because I was showing Lynn, who was sitting next to me as I was starting this, to look underneath those colored lines to figure out what the darn symbol is was really hard. And I was showing Lynn because the 2 symbols right along in here, it's all shades of red brick, okay?
Right.
And one symbol was for red and one symbol was for maroon, for lack of a better term. One symbol was a down arrow and one symbol was a black heart, okay?
Oh, well, they both have
So
pointy.
once the person put the green line over it, you had to seriously study that square to figure out which shade of red to stitch in there.
That's annoying as hell.
And I got a little ways. I'll show you how far I got.
That looks difficult. Just saying.
This is real exciting, people.
Yeah. Woo! I mean, you can
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's focused or not. You can see that I didn't do much.
Looks like you.
And finally, I looked at Lynn and I said, I'm packing this up. I can't talk and socialize and drink and
stitch
eat
this.
and stitch this at the shop. No way. As
Holly and Anita.
Holly and Anita, we were watching them last night. Hi, girls. As Anita said, social stitcher. Not happening.
Well, you can social stitch, but not
I
on
can,
that.
but not this kind of
That's
detail
like-
where
that's-
I have to, you know,
That's
kind
like
of
a Stephanie's not even
hold
allowed
up
to
my
talk.
little Sherlock Holmes magnifier and go.
She has one of those.
I do have one of those. And I have to say, is that red or is that maroon? And, you know, at what point do I just simply take the 45 and go to the attic? You know.
That's not
Do you realize we've talked about death twice in this video? And it's my death. It was your death before.
So now we're even.
Okay. So neither one of us are
How
going
about we
anywhere.
both live?
Yeah, right. So anyway, those were my whips.
Okay.
And Stephanie has a couple.
I do too, yes. So, I am working on this for my monthly. This is the April Cottage by Cottage Needleworks. And if you remember last week, I had that fabric fiasco and blah, blah, blah. And so, I had obviously restarted. And, sorry, I just want to get the creases out. So this is how far I am. So the tree and the bunny and the carrots are done.
And that is a fold, not a streak.
Right, yes. Just so we're clear, because we all remember the streak incident. And then that's the purple. And I finished the whole flamity F-word roof. And the birds are done. So the cottage, I mean, every month I feel like I say this. This cottage is going to take me forever. And then I finish it, which I'll obviously finish it, but it's just a pain in my tush, you know? But that's fine. So once I finished the roof, I was like, I'm going to go on something else. So I did. So I went back to this, which is my Christmas ABCs by Lizzie Kate. First of all, I'm on the home stretch. But can we just talk about something really quickly? See how all of those, the first, like the letters of the alphabet, all your ABCs, are in white, and then the boxes behind them are different colors. They're green, they're pink, they're red, they're blue. What is that? The one brown U. Ew.
Don't look at me.
I mean, I know that, like, and what Mom said in, you know, Lizzie Kate's defense is that they look at this from a designer perspective.
From an artist, yeah.
Artist, right? So I'm like, okay, I mean, I get that, but like that irritates me. I'm like, now when I look at it, all I'm gonna see is that one brown U.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not, because I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna do it in red.
Yeah.
So I feel like, because if you look, I can't do it in green because this tree is green, this is green. I can't do it in pink because the pink's right there. I can't do it in blue because it's right there. And I know that there's red over here and red here, but that's farther away, so it's fine. Sorry, Linda Ebright. That's what's happening. So, just get my shit together. So there you go. So as you can see, I'm almost done. So this week I had done like the NGEL of angel. So I went and started with the A, went down to the dove, and then did the word gingerbread, and then did the little crown and the king and the little candle, and now I'm on the nutcracker. So, I've kind of decided to do the color blocks as I go for now. I don't know why, but I've changed my strategy 700 times with this thing, so whatever. It's almost done, so that's lovely. So, that's it. And then I had to finish this week, and Pam had no finish, but that's fine.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Can we get a bell?
We will get a bell.
Thank you, Pam.
Let's set that in our plans to get a bell before next week.
Finish. I'm writing it down. Finish.
A finished bell.
Finish bell.
There we go.
So I finished my April Christmas ornament. I literally was like almost done with it before our video posted. I think I posted a picture of my finish before a video posted last week, but that's fine, whatever. And so, but then I had to wait until Friday, when I went through Barbara's button box. She has a whole slew of buttons, different things. So I wanted to find one for this because I didn't really like, on the chart, which is a free chart by Lizzie Kate, it says to use like this tarnished silver button or whatever for it. And I didn't really like the idea of a silver heart on it. I did have a couple in my stash I could have used, but like I said, don't like that look of the silver on this. And I was like, I think a red heart would be cute. So I found a red heart and then I put it on it. So this is it finished. Sorry, let me focus. There we go. So, Cozy Christmas Wishes. This is a freebie by Lizzie Kate, stitched on 28 count Sandcastle Joblin by Witchelt. And I did change some of the colors, but I think it came out beautiful. Yes, I know that the heart is crooked. I like it that way. Pam said, are you just saying that so you don't have to take it out and sit it again? And I said, no, I like it crooked.
What's a mother to do?
I do. I think it's cute. I think like Lizzie Kate's words are, if the words were like perfectly straight, then maybe like it would bother me.
Good point.
But the font is kind of quirky, so I think that makes it quirky, and I don't like it, so shove it.
There you go.
And it's done. I did have to, the first time I put it on, it was off center.
It was off center. I did make her tear it out then.
It was straight, but off center.
But it is centered, and she likes it quirky, so we're done.
Because I'm quirky. Can we all agree on that? Yes, we can.
Well, let's take care of our stitching, which leads us to
mail call.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so we got some stitchy kindnesses this week, or, mail call. And we got a package from Pam Ormsby.
Yep. And
she is stitching between the lines here on FlossTube. Hello, Pam.
Hello, Pammy.
And so she sent us a rack. And so for me, she sent me a Stitch Dot needle minder. She sent a really sweet note, but and then this Stitch Dot needle minder. Look at him. It's a Lizzie Kate. Cute, right?
Yep.
And what'd you get from Pam? Pam.
This was really great because she sent me a pattern from a new designer that we have talked about probably last summer. We talked about this new designer called Open Road Abode. And
didn't they make their release at Market this year? Wasn't that like their first official?
they were
like,
at Market.
release?
And we had mentioned them to Barbara to check out when she went down to Nashville. And Barbara did talk to the gal and said what a delight she was. She was super, super friendly and nice. And they do a lot of cross stitch that have to do with camping and RVing, which is a niche.
That's
I love
what they
it.
do. That's what they do. Is the designers is they do that.
What are you saying?
Like that they travel across the country in their RV. The designers do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that their logo is that their favorite animal is a moose.
So, like I
Barbara
said,
told me
we
that.
had talked about them probably last summer. I know it was,
They sent us a pattern, like on a.
yeah.
They watch us on FlossTube and they sent us a
I
postcard.
wish I could remember. They're in Westerville, Ohio, so they're a local. You know, if you stitch, you need to be living in Ohio. Seriously,
Or Iowa.
or Iowa.
That's what we heard last night.
So anyway, is that? Do you think that's her?
Yep, that is her. Or that's their mom and that's them.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sorry.
if you camp, know someone who camps. If you RV, know someone who RVs.
This is for you.
These designs are for you. Oh my goodness, are they adorable?
They're really cute.
And so what she sent was, does this particular one have a title?
Yeah, Camp and Craft.
Camp and Craft.
No.
No.
I don't know.
No. Anyway, we're going to zero in on this so you can see. Okay.
Look at that moose.
Now, obviously, the reason she sent us this particular one was, hello, Mr. Moose, right there.
Uppy.
They're obviously monochromatic. I don't know that they have to be.
And it says fabric and floss color choices are up to you. Happy stitching.
So, they leave it open. There you go.
And then what does it say underneath here? It says the completed design will fit
A 4x6
4x6
frame. So isn't that nice? Super convenient.
if you use 14
If
count
you
Ada
use-
or 28 count.
Right. If you use 14, Ada, or 28 count linen.
Super cute.
So, color and floss choices. I'll just show you the back of this to show you two or three more designs that are on the back. Open Road Abode. Love that bear one. Yep.
So cute.
You could do tons of stuff with that. Tons of stuff.
You could.
So, Pam Ormsby, Stitching Between the Lines.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Super sweet. Super sweet of you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
The other thing that we got in the mail was
from
a thank you for something that we sent to someone else.
What did we send her?
We sent her, hold on. Wait a minute. She said she loved the Sue Hillis Mermaid
Oh, yeah.
postcard.
That's right.
Postscript.
The post stitches.
Post stitches that Sue did, that whole series of post stitches.
Yes.
And I said, Minnie, it's yours. Yep,
There you go.
we're talking about, you know her, you love her,
Minnie Gray.
the wonderful Minnie Gray.
So she sent us each a chart.
At
and
all
then,
X's, by the way, on YouTube, if you don't know. You should know, but in case you don't.
What?
Her channel is at all X's.
Oh, I didn't know that. We're just subscribed to her. Sorry. So she
We
said.
already do.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I said we subscribe to her.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
we
just
do.
clicked
Sure,
on it.
sure.
There aren't any cats, but it's a Lizzie Kate, a real old one. This is number 45, and now at this point, I'm not giving away any Lizzie Kate charts. I'm keeping every single last one that I have, even if I've stitched it, just because. And then this is called Noah's Noel. Very cute. I've actually and totally legit never seen this before. And I think that's cute. So, love it. Thank you, Minnie.
Yep.
What'd you get from Minnie, Pam?
Minnie sent me a patriotic flip it, which I absolutely adore. And she apologized because she stitched it and she used a little brass charm, which
How
is
dare you.
a Liberty Bell, which is totally fine. And I've seen this stitched with the fireworks in red, white, and blue variegated, or maybe it's
Rainbow
red, white,
Gallery.
and blue Mill Hill beads. I know I've seen those fireworks in the red, white, and blue.
Oh, I've seen him in that Rainbow Gallery.
As she said, I know you like your red, white, and blue, and of course I do. So thank you, Minnie. Very thoughtful. And seriously, if we send you anything, we don't need anything back. But very, very thoughtful, and that's what counts.
Yep. Thank you, Minnie.
Can't wait to meet you. Minnie's coming to StitchCon.
I know. I'm going to freak out.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I thought that there was...
I don't know what your problem is.
Pam, get off my back. Well, no, I've never seen them with a hook on them like this before.
Well, it came from her shop
in Stitches in Alexandria, Virginia.
So they must do that.
Whatever. And then we got mail from Mendy.
Yes.
Mendy, M-E-N-D-Y.
Mendy. Look at that. Look at the cover.
Look at those kitties. And that big cat in the middle looks like Mosey.
Yep.
But she's never had any kittens to my knowledge, but if she did, they look like that. And so this was awesome because I have a few of these, but I don't have this one. And I'm super happy to have it because from my knowledge, Stitchy Kitty is no longer in business.
No, she was up in Maine, I think.
She was in Scarborough, Maine, actually.
She was in Scarborough, Maine. We know it well.
We do. And so this was Christmas Kitty Moon. Love that.
Yep.
Obsessed. And one of our really early videos, I got the Valentine's Day one and the St. Patrick's Day one.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of on the lookout for these. So
Perfect.
That's super cool.
Perfect.
And so thank you so much, Mendy.
Yep.
Love it.
She personalized each thing that she sent. That for Stephanie. I got a
That's really pretty.
beautiful card, nautical, with a nice note. And I love that. It's lovely. It says it's based on an original mouth painting. You've heard of that from the...
Nope.
Yeah, the disabled people who cannot use their
that's really cool.
hands to paint.
No, they did not do that with their mouths.
Sure they did.
That's really impressive. I'm just saying.
No kidding. So let's look at that again. That was done with someone holding a paintbrush in their mouth. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I should do more with my life. Just saying.
Anyway, she sent a beautiful waxy moon called Uncle Sam's Garden. Isn't that cute? With the Uncle Sam as the scarecrow and the fireworks growing.
Cool.
Really cute. Very unique.
It's waxing moon, ain't it? Is that what you're saying?
Waxing moon. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So thank you, Mindy.
And the last piece of mail call was for me from Linda. Linda Spalding. She's coming to StitchCon. She has been a viewer of ours since day one, I think. Yeah. She's super sweet. We're friends on Facebook even. So she sent me a Facebook message maybe a week and a half ago. I don't know, whatever. And they were pictures of...
Yeah, wait for this.
Clara O'Hare, that is. Clara O'Hare. And Henry O'Hare. And she was like, do you have these? Do you want them? And I was like, what? So I said, absolutely, yes, please. And if you all remember, Leslie Hurley of Fat Cat Flossing had sent me the Henry O'Hare pattern, but she obviously had stitched it and had used all of the accessories, right?
All the stuffs.
So I was just like, yeah, if you're not going to use the stuff, then hell yeah, absolutely. And then after she sent me the pictures of these guys, then she sent me the picture of her finished stitch pieces. And I have heard like candy stitches, like she's doing the standards but not using the stuffs. So I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, those are beautiful. So Linda said, well, I'll put all the above in the mail for you. And I was like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. You're the best. So the package comes from Linda. And I open it. Not only did she send me Clara and Henry and all of the stuffs for both. But she sent them to me stitched as well. That's Henry. And this is Clara.
Linda, you are an exquisite stitcher.
Legit. You're like really
You
good.
are legit.
So Mom was like, oh, that kind of takes the fun out of it stitching. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
No, not really.
I was like, now I can give these
To Jan,
our finisher, and give her these. And she will put it all together and we can put them up for Easter. And I will think of Linda every single time we do. And I am so flippin' excited. How kind is this? Like, you know, like, hello?
Yep.
Like, these are, I mean, look how cute this is.
Yeah.
Look at those Nigerian eyelets.
Yeah. Seeing these stitched up, it really almost tempted me last night when I was sniffing around to get out my Liberty Sam and get back at that, because these are just flippin' adorable.
Oh my God, they're so
stitched
cute.
up. Yeah.
So, thank you, Linda. I had no clue. I probably would have stopped you in your tracks if you told me, if I had figured it out, that you were going to send me the stitch part too. Right. And I even was like, when I got them in the mail, Linda will tell you if you ask her, is that I was kind of confused, and I messaged her back and I was like, so I got your package. Did you mean to send me the stitch pieces too? Because, like, did you want me to have them finished by our finisher? Like, I was real confused. And she was like, I love you. They're for you. And I was like, okay, thank you. Super speechless. So, and I am very...
You're a beautiful stitcher, Linda.
Linda.
Almost put the R where the R doesn't go.
Linda. You're a good stitcher, Linda. So I was going to give them to Jan on Friday, and I was like, I'm dumb. I have to show them the video, obviously. Right. So I will probably give these to Jan this week and see if she can work her magic, which she can, and then I can get to working on the other stand-ups that I have to do, so they can all go together.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. So, thank you. So that was all of our mail call. I actually have 2 small pieces of haul. First and foremost, if you are on Stash Unload, you know that Heather Moore of Heather Moore on FlossTube.
Hi, Heather.
Hi. Was doing some destashing. And so I went on there, checked it out, and got myself a pattern. And she sent a very sweet little, cute little thank you. And then she sent a skein of 340 DMC.
Pretty.
And this is the Heart and Hand. This is the one I paid for. This is the Heart and Hand September. Oh my God, I'm in love with that owl.
Yeah.
Look how cute he is.
Yeah.
With his little graduation hat and his glasses.
Yeah.
Very cute. So if you remember from September of last year, we were like, we don't have a lot of September stuff. Now we do.
That just reminded me that another whip I had was the start of my Halloween ornament for April.
Oh, do you want me to get it?
No, because there's really not much to show except for the owl. But it'll be farther along by next week.
Is it fine?
No.
Then
so
never mind.
Leave it over there.
Fine, Pam. Whatever, you're no fun.
Okay.
And then the other little thing that I picked up at Joann's. We were in line at Joann's. I don't know about you, but at our Joann's, there was a line at the motherfucking door every single time we go in there. So
you have plenty of time to look at those impulse buys.
So they have a whole line of them, these things that have different vegetables, and then they like play on words, right? So first I had a mug that said this, and then I found this little pouch.
We don't need any more mugs.
We don't, because we got...
Don't send us any more mugs. We have no room for them.
Still send us mugs. I like mugs.
We'll have to hang them from the ceiling.
Right. No big deal. Whatever. And then I saw they had this little cute little pouch that was Velcroed. And I was like, I could put stitchy stuff in that. Yes, please. I'm kind of a big deal. Get it? Because it's a pickle? How funny is that? So, I'm kind of a big deal. It's really cute. And it, like you heard, it Velcros. Stitchy stuff.
She says, oh, forget the mug. I'm getting this.
Right, exactly. Then I can take it around and show people. And be like, wear it on my shirt. So, I love that. I can't take a mug around and show it to people. So, I mean, I could, but that'd be weird, I think. Just saying. So I always love new little pouches like that because I usually just put my floss and stuff in the plastic bag. So, yay. So that's all of our haul and all that. So last week our video was super long, so we did not do shout-outs last week because we knew that it was so long. So we are going to do them this week. First and foremost, before we get to our shout-outs, I want to give a pseudo shout-out to Christine at Stitch All the Things. We watched her video yesterday, and you are so kind. And we were both looking at each other like, did you just hear what she said about us? And for, how do I want to put this? We are of the understanding that we make your Mondays. For not everyone, but a lot of people. We are a part of your week, and you bring us into your home.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. And, you know, you bring us into your home and you spend an hour and a half with us, which is a lot of time for people that have never met us.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. So we just want to say thank you so much to Christine. And it was so nice that because you make us laugh so much too. And so when you were talking about on your treadmill and then you called it the adult hamster wheel,
oh my God,
or
I
the
lost
human
it.
hamster
I
wheel.
lost it, Christine.
Oh my God, we were over. I was dead. It was so funny. So, yeah, so thank you so much, Christine, for your really, really kind words. I remember when we first started making videos a year ago and we were like, somebody shouted us out. Yeah. And now we're at 3,200 subscribers, and it's really cool to hear people talk about us still, which a year later is kind of crazy. Yeah. So, to have grown up in the ranks, so to speak, of FlossTubers, I think is really cool. So, you know, we were
saying last night we were watching Christine, then we watched Julie, Kansas City Girls, and we just adore you. You know, I mean, there's just, think of all the connections that we have made. Mm-hmm. And if we are helping to build community, we'll keep coming at you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Because I think it's fabulous.
But something that I thought of the other day was that, you know, there's new FlossTubers coming out the woodwork. Mm-hmm. There are so many. So we understand that it is people's lives are busy. It's 2018. Y'all have shit going on. We get that. And for you to take the time to like spend an entire hour and a half, even if it's split up across 3 days and it's a half hour every day, you know, that means a lot. And you have a lot of options out there, and for you to continue to watch us is pretty freaking cool. So
yeah, it really is. And those were kind of the topics that we touched upon Friday night with Crystal and Lisa, was just how big the community has grown, and
just in the last year.
And if anybody thinks this craft, this hobby, this pastime, this whatever you want to call it, is dead, think again. And even Crystal said, she says, just you wait. Somebody at Saturday Night Live is going to discover this YouTube niche. Mm-hmm. If you guys remember Sweaty Balls on SNL and how they mimicked NPR with Alec Baldwin and so forth and so on, that's immediately what I thought of. And I said to Crystal, I said, oh my God, would that not be funny if somebody on SNL discovered this YouTube niche and did a sketch on it? Wouldn't you just die?
I would.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Anyway, so
that was our first pseudo shout out, was to Christine and at Stitch All the Things.
Yes, we love you.
So some newer FlossTubers to us that we've watched in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
The first one is local to us. Her name is Kat. Her FlossTube channel is Cross Stitch Chaos. Right. I will link all of those channels below. Yes. All the channels that we list below. And Kat at Cross Stitch Chaos,
which she is also on Instagram.
Yes. And lives in Dayton, so she's local to us. So she came down to Keepsakes, and we met her, I think it was the Friday after market, I want to say. She's a roller coaster enthusiast. She loves them.
Yes.
And
she even works at Kings Island.
She does in the summer, yeah.
Yeah. Which is like, you can see Kings Island from my house. Yeah. I don't mean to sound like a famous politician. But anyway, moving on quickly.
Thank you. So she is her kind of niche in cross stitch is haids and full coverage pieces. She also loves carousel horses, and she has some seriously beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
So go check her out. She also loves Disney.
Yes.
So Snug Harbor Crafts.
Yeah.
Deb and Kev, you should probably go watch her.
Yeah.
Just saying. And then she just finished The Beauty and the Beast by Thomas Kincaid.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Check it out.
Go do it. And then the next one is, her name is Harriet, and she is from Little Pear Studio.
Yes.
We actually heard about her because she, I think, mentioned us in a comment on Instagram and said that she had shouted us out and talked about us on her channel. So, if you do that, please let us know because we will go check you out. And she is in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. So that means that her LNS is the Stitch Niche. So, Heather Moore, Katie Gruzzo, Sash
Probably all know each other.
Y'all just hanging out.
We're up here in Ohio.
DFW, just having a blast with us. It's fine.
Right.
And she actually started stitching just under a year ago.
Yeah.
And she has... The really cool thing that I liked was, y'all know the Linens and Thread Mystery Sampler from 2017, right? If you don't, Google it. And it's gorgeous, but it's like humongous. And she started stitching a year ago. And what she did was she did a sliver of it. So she did like 2 motifs of each band, and it was really, really, really cool. Right. So go check her out. She's cool. Give her some...
What's the name of her channel again?
Little Space Pear Space Studio.
Yeah, Little Pear Studio.
Yes, linked below.
Linked below.
And then the last one is kind of cool. Really cool. Her name is Suzy. Her channel name is Suzy Reno. It's SUZY RENO, like the town. And she actually lives in Minnesota. And she, y'all have heard Raise the Roof, right? Yeah, thought so. Well, Raise the Roof is obviously no longer in business, but Suzy Reno was the co-owner / co-designer with Teresa of Kitten Stitcher. We all love her.
Of Shakespeare's
Peddler. And they were the partners that made Raise the Roof designs. Right. So Suzy's made a FlossTube channel. Go check her out. Link below. Yep. And we were like, we love Raise the Roof. We should probably go check that out. And we did. We loved it.
Well, in order to be a Raise the Roof designer, you had to have a great personality.
Oh, yeah.
And a quirky sense of style. And that comes across with
both of them,
Teresa and Suzy.
Agreed.
So, there you go.
More, bam.
We love it.
So, those are our shout-outs. Go check them out.
Yep. We'll have links below.
Right.
Okay. Last week, I showed you my finish of stray pins. And it was from Theron Traditions. And that was for, it's going to be made into a pin keep for the Smiles Exchange at StitchCon. I gave it to Jan on Friday, and she's going to fill it with, what kind of shells?
Walnut
shells. She showed me one, asked me if that's what I wanted instead of the fluffy stuff, and I said, oh yes, that would be very cool. And I trust her judgment on the fabric on the back.
Makes it more weighted.
And all, all that. I just said, Jan, just do your thing.
Do your magic.
So, we offered up that leaflet from Theron Traditions for a giveaway. And there were, I'll just show you the design if you want to see if you can look for it if you didn't win our giveaway. Theron Traditions. It's from 1995.
Woo!
Catherine Theron. Yeah. It's got 2 designs in it, and I did the smaller one. Anyway, we had 43 people who expressed an interest in stitching stray pins.
You've got a lot of stray pins running around, don't you?
And we did the number generator this morning, and the winner is, ding, 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 Brenda Romero. Congratulations, Brenda. We will put a comment on your comment and ask you to send us your mailing address to our email address.
Yep.
And we will mail it right out. All of a sudden, I started sounding like Vanna. I was channeling Vanna. She must be thinking about me.
Oh, yeah, right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations, Brenda Romero. You will get
stray pins.
You will get stray pins.
Yay. Cool. So what are our plans for this week?
My plans are, I'm shifting gears. Do you want to go over and grab what's on my who's-y, what's-y? Like I said, I got real tired of orange and black for my Parcheesi board. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
So I dug deep again, boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Seriously.
Men and women.
Mania is coming. And I'm not saying I need to finish up a whole bunch before Mania starts, but I would like to, forego starting anything until Mania starts, because we're going to do 18 people. Mm-hmm. Details in previous videos.
In previous videos?
Yeah, we've told them how we are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, we haven't made the video.
I mean, no, we haven't shown what we're starting. That's going to be in the future.
Yes.
But I was fortunate enough. I'm not a wanna stitch it all Mirabilia fan by any stretch. I have done snow days. I have the children making snow angels in my stash to stitch.
I want to do the newest ones, those deck of cards ones.
Right. But I was fortunate to meet and get to know Leslie at Under the Sea when she and her family were stationed in this area. And the last Cincinnati Mirabilia Minions Retreat I was able to go to because it was local. And you can imagine, and those of you who've been to Minion Retreats, you know, the display is breathtaking, correct? Breathtaking. And there was one of these framed, and I thought, I'm not a fairy person. I'm not a princess person. I'm just not into the whole mermaid thing. That's just not my jam.
More power to you if you are, but just not our jam.
But this one was framed and propped up against a table.
Cool.
And it's one of 4 seasoned maidens that she designed, and I happen to favor the winter one, and I just fell in love with this. So this is my Winter Maiden progress. I don't know whether I've ever showed this in this video.
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
Mm-hmm.
So I got that out last night, and I'm kind of bringing all of these strands, not strands, but kind of panels down to the page break. So pretty. And we were watching TV last night, and my eyes got really tired, and that's where I stopped. But I love this. I love this lady.
This is 32 count looking glass.
Yes,
opalescent looking
32
glass.
Looking glass from Under the Sea, which is also an opalescent. Did we say that? Opalescent?
I did.
Yeah. And it's just perfect for this piece. I had asked Leslie what she would recommend.
I have a question. Why are you clipping this on there as opposed to the thing?
I'm clipping this on here when I'm stitching like this because I have a thing about crushing my stitches in a Q-snap snapperoonie thing. So I don't want to put when I'm not stitching. Now when I'm stitching and I have my...
Oh, you do put it on there when you're stitching?
Oh, I have to. There's nothing for the...
I was going to say, that's why I was wondering.
There's nothing for the magnifier to clamp onto.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was confused.
So I don't leave... they say you're not supposed to... They say, right? They say you're not supposed to keep your stuff stretched in a hoop when you're not stitching on it or stretched in a Q... I don't
give a shit.
No, I don't worry about that.
I'm a rebel.
So I do keep, generally speaking, things that I'm working on, unless I have to free up a Q-snap. I don't have 45 of them.
Right.
But because I don't want to crush, particularly her beautiful face, in a Q-snap gripper
when you don't have to.
When I don't have to. So before I called it a night last night, I took the gripper off and just put this little hair clip on, which I've used.
Yeah, like I've had to do that, but with extra fabric.
Yeah, I use these for like if there's a whole lot of fabric on either side, and I don't want to break my Q-snap gripper by having it too thick.
Oh yeah.
I know people use grime guards for that purpose as well, but I haven't had a really huge one that I don't generally like grime guards, generally, as a general rule.
As a general rule.
Can I say general one more time? Anyway, that's Winter Maiden from Mirabilia, and I think I'm going to work on that for the next week or so and see what progress I can make. There are beads in this, so I have that to look forward to. I love this, and it's always fun to dig in your stash and go,
remember that?
Let's play with this for a minute. So,
and then I am going to probably still work on my ABCs by Liz Kate. And then I have a couple small things in my whip pile that I might be able to finish before May 1st. I don't know. Like Mom said, I'm not aiming to finish all my whips.
Well, I've got to finish my October ornament, and you've got. Where are you with your ornaments? I can't remember.
Both mine are done.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, I just have my Cottage to finish.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of special edition floss tubes coming up.
Yes.
So we will be making Mania videos are starting to appear. We are planning on doing a special edition floss tube for that. Probably be released on April 30th. We might record it before then, but it won't be uploaded until then. So. And
yeah, we're seeing everybody else highlight, like Julie ran through her potential Mania starts, which are very exciting.
Yep. And then Katie, Stash Queen, is doing a Mill Hill Mania, which is very cool.
Yep.
And so we are doing the pseudo-traditional way of doing 18 starts in the first 18 days of May. But we don't want to just rush through them. This is the first time either one of us has ever done Mania. You've never done it, right?
No.
So, and obviously this is my first Mania. So I was stitching at this point last year, but not so much as I would want, with whatever.
Yeah. So and the other thing too that I've been working on and may have some more to do is when we were watching Julie, and good for you, Julie. She's throwing some charts in the mix, as am I. And
some kits in the mix, you mean?
What did I?
You said charts.
I mean to say kits. She's doing some kits. I'm doing some kits. And one of the things, like what I discovered with my post office kit, is in order to hit the ground running on whatever day you plan to start that kit, it might help to look into it and decide whether you're going to use the fabric that's included in the kit. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Also to see how the floss is organized. If it's separated on one of those strips, right, then potentially you're good to go.
Right.
I know from opening up the post office kit that I wanted to put it in floss bags on a ring. It was just a lot of colors. Other kits that I'm starting for Mania don't have that many colors to them. They're kits. They don't have that many colors, and I'm just going, and it's already on the strip, already in the little holes. And so I'm going to leave it, leave it as is. But there is a little prep work, as we all know who've done kits, to
getting started.
To getting started. So, decisions to make.
And so we want to go through and show you, what fabric we're going to stitch it on. And then also, maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, we talked about how we're lining them up and what days we're doing what projects and why. And so we want to explain all that, and that's just too much information for a regular standard video. So look for that at the end of the month. And then our anniversary is coming up.
Do you believe it? May 22nd. Someone commented last week or the week before, I've been watching you since the famous Solarium #1. And our lighting was crappy, and we were super nervous. And we've come a really, really long way. In the first of hopefully more, we've had goofy tech issues and
part A's and part B's. And,
oh yeah, all kinds of stuff. And we've changed devices 2 or 3 different times.
So I think we want to do a special edition for our anniversary as well.
If we could figure out how to farm out all those funny clips
my God,
and
wish.
make a montage, we would. I don't think we are knowledgeable enough.
Maybe if we were Gerald, we'd be able to figure it out, but we're not.
Or Danielle, or somebody. Right. But it sure would be funny, and maybe we'll talk a little bit around anniversary time about some of those of our more
famous moments,
the hits.
Yeah, the greatest
hits, right? Of
JKS.
Of Just Keep Stitching, including Fabric on Fire and
Creepy Man Voice,
and things that fall on the floor. We the pee-pee. I mean,
Lost Ornaments.
If you haven't binged us, you don't know what we're talking about.
So,
but anyway,
you have homework between now and May 22nd. Get them watched. All right. So I think that wraps it up. Holy cow! Just over an hour.
Just over an hour.
Pretty good.
I think we've covered everything.
I think we have, Pam.
Okay. Then that's time for me to say I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is Just Keep Stitching. Bye.